And now we'll have 5 startups pitching on this stage for SME collaboration. So they'll have 3 minutes to pitch and then 2 minutes of Q&A with a panel down here of Ulla at Danban Investor and Morten from Industriens Fond. So that's right now. So if you would please put on your headsets. All right, so the concept is 3 minutes of pitching, 2 minutes of Q&A. So it will be fast-paced and a lot of fun. So without further ado, please help me invite Clear Sky to the stage.
Thank you. So some of you might have heard my pitch yesterday, so I'll try to make this slightly different. But yeah, nonetheless, my name is Morten Petersen, and I'm CEO and co-founder of Clear Sky Vision. And imagine this, you're an agricultural organization, or really any organization that relies on having a steady stream of decision-making from space, but the skies are clouded and you're left in the dark, having no real insights into what's happening. This is the core of the problem we are here to fix, this extended period of unknown and uncertainty that comes from prolonged cloud cover, which is particularly happens a lot here in Denmark and the northern region. Before I go and show our service, it's important to know that about 70% of satellite images contains interfering clouds. This sporadic information, or this really makes satellite data sporadic information. You can go a month or 2 months without having any insights if you rely on having this optical data. And that's why we developed our cloud-free service for consistent and up-to-date optical imagery. That means no clouds and no shadows obstructing the view of Earth, and it means having frequent cloudless insights when it actually matters, because most of the times nothing happens, and then at a certain point all the value is in this one image or an event, right? I'm just showing here how our before and after images shows. And the magic here clearly happens with artificial intelligence. We use AI to combine multiple satellite sources together, data that is usually hard to combine. Most importantly, we use cloud-penetrating radar data from the Sentinel-1 satellite to estimate the changes happening below the clouds on the ground. And here showing a very simplified view of what we're doing and the data we're working with and our corresponding daily images in the end. What we do is then we consolidate the power of multiple satellites, right? We combine the data so our customers have analysis-ready data in the end. That means they only need to choose the date and the area they want to work with, and we'll then take care of the rest. Our business model is very simple. We give a lot of flexibility to our customers. You only pay for the data you need, and right now our service area is an EU scale, so we produce 5 million square kilometers of data every other day right now. And our customers have the flexibility of just paying for what the data they need in the area they need it. We've already sold data to Stakes Innovation and smaller agricultural companies as well, including the Danish Environmental Protection Agency. But I'm here today to show that satellite imagery can really be used for a lot of things, and we believe that collaboration from analysis-ready data is a good starting point for any company with few employees that want to do a lot of impact. The founding team consists of me, Malte, and Kåre. I have a background in business development, I guess. The rest are experts within AI and computer vision, and that's where our focus really is, using AI to get more use out of the data that's already here and get better insights, right? I want here in the last few seconds go back to the first slide. This is somewhere in Germany, a year's worth of data, right? And what we are delivering is this instead. A cloud-free vision that shows the changes, the seasonalities, gives data when it's useful and needed, and yeah. Thank you for your time.
Great, that was right on time.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Ulla?
I don't
need some.
Your mic is not working.
Try again.
Thank you for your presentation, and thank you for building a very interesting product with a lot of potential. I agree with you. I was just wondering, who's your customer? You obviously have one customer, some customers, and congratulations for that. But are those your target customers? What are you aiming for? Could you elaborate a bit on that, please?
Yeah, sure. Our target market is agriculture right now. So agricultural app that uses for crop monitoring, pasture management, looking at fields, looking at crop fields and grass fields. Sorry, that is our target market and the companies we are targeting right now. That's why we're going to Agritech next week in Hanover. But we are here, and we know the satellite images have lots of other value propositions for wildfire, for floods in Greece, right, and so forth, and probably even more expensive than that. We are targeting agriculture, but we know that there's value elsewhere, and that's why we are here today.
Can I just make a quick follow-up? And how do you target them?
Mostly conference, free data sharing, building a collaboration where both parties get a value out of it. And we're in a unique position where we can get free data, produce it fairly cheaply, which means we can onboard people by them trying it out for a prolonged period, showing the value.
Thank you so much. That's all the time we have.
Sorry.
You can try next
Take the
time.
next.
Yeah, thank you. Give him a round of applause. And please welcome the next pitcher onto the stage.
Hello everyone. Spectra, quality assurance through vision technology. Today, companies across the industries recognize the importance of quality control and assurance on the final product, how it affects the product at the end customer. 80% of all vision inspections today are performed by manual labor. And even more so, if you look at companies, they spend up to 20% of their generated revenue on quality assurance. So for sure, it is important. But still, what we found in Spectra is that inconsistencies in manual quality assurance do happen. This happens through mistakes or simply wrong classifications of products, and that's across industries again. So we looked into what is actually the solution to this problem. In Spectra, we have created the automated machine vision solution where we utilize hyperspectral imaging to make the consistency that's needed in the market. So because we have developed a camera that can see beyond the human capabilities, we are able to provide the consistency, and our initial business cases show that customers can expect a payback period in less than 2 years. On top of this, we can reduce their time spent on quality assurance with up to 89%. This is an example of how it actually works. So in this case, we are classifying a lobster, and then we're able to say exactly what the conditions the lobster is in, which can then be used in the production. We also looked into the competitive situation, of course, because we are not alone. Other vision solutions exist in the market. But we also looked at why is this technology not more widespread? Why don't we find it in more companies? And two of the main denominators in this are it requires a high initial investment. That's the first one. The second one is variant flexibility. So when a company, they buy a vision solution like this for their production line, for instance, well, they are not able to make any changes whatsoever. And that's really holding a lot of companies back. So those are two of the main points that separate us from other alternatives in the market. When we look at the market situation even more, so right now we are in what we call the collaboration stage. So we are conducting pilot tests with companies to validate our solution in their productions. And eventually we will move on to service and eventually in the end plug and play. And plug and play is especially interesting because here we will collaborate with global process equipment manufacturers and be part of their standardized solutions. So we will be the vision solution in their standard solution, and they will function as the extended sales arms towards the customers in the end. And there we're looking at a market of 2.5 billion in Europe. So makes it even more attractive. This is our team, and the reason why I believe that we will succeed with this, we have known each other for a very long time. We know exactly how people react in stressful situations, and we have the competencies to lift the task. Everything from deep knowledge of software, hardware development to the integration to the commercial point of sales and business development. And our advisors are helping us to ask the right questions, to put us in the right direction. So really we have the team set. So just want to say, so we will provide our patent pending solution through quality assurance in vision technology. Thank you very much.
Time for some questions.
Yeah, well, thank you for the presentation and for the very cool AI solution.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, in the testing phase that you're in now, if you could just point out the ideal collaboration partner, how would he or she look, or the organization look like?
So what we did as a first thing was to get in contact with a lot of different companies. And we tried to limit ourselves in the first round to food production, because we see there is a really big need for automating the vision solution. So the ideal partner would be a company that has the inspiration of going more innovative, going for more automated solution, want to increase efficiency, and simply have the resources and time to help us help them eventually build one solution for them. So yeah, plenty to choose from actually.
We unfortunately don't have time for another question, but thank you so much. Give him a round of applause. And for the people who just joined in, the format is 3 minutes of pitching and then 2 minutes of Q&A. And please welcome the next pitcher onto the stage.
Thank you very much. I am from Relinky, and at Relinky we want to accelerate clinical research by effectively eliminating the delays. I am Nikolaj Falk Jacobsen. I'm a biomedical engineering student and also have a technical background as a website administrator. I have a clinical background as a physiotherapist. And currently we are backed by Egon Toft, who is in the advisory board, and we are looking to expand this advisory board. So if you're interested in joining the mission, please let me know. What is the problem? Currently, it takes up to 17 years to get from researcher idea and into an actual patient treatment. We think this is too long, and we want to reduce the time it takes from actual treatment and out to from actual idea and out to an actual treatment. The problem is that the researchers spend a lot of time on administrative tasks and also participant recruitment. And the participants enrolling in clinical trials feels that this is a very disorganized process and also very repetitive. The pharma companies funding this, they spend up to 30% of their drug development timelines and spend 8 million Danish krones in this process. The current recruitment process is you can recruit through Facebook, Forskning Nu and Stanos, and you get contacted as a participant by an email. The participant then has to contact the researcher by email, and this creates a disorganized flow, especially if the participants want to engage in multiple trials. This flow also makes it difficult to automate processes for the researcher. What we have done at Relinky, we have provided the participant with an app where they can find relevant clinical trials for them, and it connects with the database, with the web platform for the researcher where they can sign up clinical trials. And this provides good benefits for the pharma companies as they have reduced recruitment times and spend less time on administrative work. But how effective is this going to be? Currently, we have estimated that we will save up to 5% of the total time a researcher spends on a clinical study by automating the recruitment process. And we can save up to 25% of the total time researchers spend on a clinical trial. If you find this interesting, I'll be at the Aalborg University startup booth at 12 o'clock, and come by and I'll show you the prototype. Thank you for your time.
Morten, looks like you want to start.
Yeah, maybe. Thank you also for the presentation. Very cool. In also your innovation phase now, what would the next step be in testing, or be now actually starting to reach out for some trials?
Yeah, we are currently collaborating with Aalborg University Hospital, And the next phase will be to develop a minimal viable product, so we can get out and test it on actual users. And the first users we will test on will be healthy subjects, so we can know how this app will interact with the subjects and how they will feel about that.
And how far away from the minimum
We-
product would you say that you are today?
We estimate that we can launch the app in February, and we can actually start by getting some clinical trials on the app and also find some recruitment. But we also need help with all the legal parts.
Ulla?
One quick
Yes, we have
answer.
time.
Question, sorry. How are you going to make sure that the quality is right on both sides of your platform?
Yeah, so that's why we're collaborating with the researchers actually doing the clinical trials right now, so we know what they're looking for to keep up the quality for the participants that we find. And for the participants, we want to make this very transparent, so they know what clinical trials they interact with, and the clinical trial that they apply for, what is in the clinical trial.
You were so fast at pitching that we actually do have 40 seconds
Wow.
for a final question.
Could you just quickly elaborate on your business model? How are you going to make money on this?
Yeah, the business model is going to be through the pharma companies. They spend a lot of money on recruiting the participants, so we are also looking for partnership within the pharma industry, and that is going to be the customer of this platform.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
While the next startup is getting ready out there, I'll just let you know who is in the panel. It's Ulla from Danban and Morten from Industriens Fond. And now, welcome onto the stage, the next startup.
And I'm a software student or a software engineer from Aalborg University, and I have founded Clearly. And Clearly empowers dyslexics using AI. But let me start by telling you a story. So when I was little, I overheard a conversation with my mom and dad where my mom told my dad that one of her colleagues got fired because, as they said back then, he simply could not read and write a single word. And this had a really big impact on me because I'm dyslexic too. And I was thinking, is it going to be like this for me too when I get a job? And I'm not the only one. In Denmark, there are over 400,000 people that are dyslexics. And this number only looks to get higher. So there, of course, have been made some current solutions for solving this problem. But there are some big issues with those. They use very old technology that hasn't changed since I used them in 6th grade, and that's over 10 years ago. They are also not efficient to use, which means that if you work or study, you can actually not use these products to get help. They don't help you. They have also received a lot of criticism in the dyslexic community and also by dyslexics we have talked to. So that's why we have created Clearly. At Clearly, it's not about how many features we have, it's about how well those features work. And when we posted that on a small Facebook group for dyslexics, over 70 people signed up for our waiting list in just a couple of days. And we also got some really great feedback from that. Noah, that you might have seen from the Danish television series about dyslexics, had said that these are the best voices you've ever heard on the market that we have at Clearly. And we actually completely had to change our waiting list system because we got so many. So it was kind of crazy. So what is it that Clearly can do? Right now, we have the best narrator that's available in Danish. And this MVP, you can go out and try on our website and you can download for yourself. It's free for everyone. We also later are going to expand it with a transcription service that can help you write difficult words as a dyslexic, but also help you write much faster. Then we are going to expand it with this automatic correction system. And here we're going to use groundbreaking AI technology that we are talking with Aalborg University and other universities about creating something that's really state-of-the-art and might turn into a research product. And this is kind of going to be like if you combine Grammarly and ChatGPT, this is what we're doing. and we are completely going to make it revolutionary. We're going to revolutionize the way that dyslexics write. So thank you very much, and if any of you are interested in our vision, please come and talk to us at 3 p.m. Or you might have some money to spend, or you are an expert in AI, or maybe you are dyslexic. Yeah.
Great pitch.
Thank
We
you.
have, who wants to start? Morten?
Well, yeah, thank you. I guess there's a lot of different customers in this. There's both private kids, adults, but also higher education institution, primary schools. And how does the market in general look? Where's the biggest demand?
So I can talk about like our plan. So we are first looking out to these test users and making them use our products, and then just building a huge user base. And then we are already talking with Nordlys actually that might want to integrate our products into their business for all their dyslexic workers, and maybe also people that are not dyslexics, because a lot of people can actually use this. And we're also talking with private like efterskoler for dyslexics and stuff like that. So we are talking, like, we are in a lot of businesses, and in the future we might expand it to business to government also, where we come in on all universities and gymnasium in whole Denmark. Yeah, if that answers your question.
Thank you. I'm dyslexic too, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You should go and check out our
No,
product.
I'm fine now.
Okay.
But yeah, super interesting product. I was just wondering about you. Are you going to build a company and run a company, or are you just
Yes.
here to spin it off to something else? What is your personal plan? What are your personal
I'm
plans?
absolutely going to run a company that I hope it's going to be really big, because we can expand this to the whole world. And yeah, so I'm looking for like co-founders and stuff like that. If anybody's interested, I already have an intern and some other people helping in the company. But yeah, definitely.
Thank you, Jakob. I know Pioneer AI over there is investing in AI startups, so maybe you should go talk to them.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now let's welcome the next pitcher onto the stage.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Shresh Srinivasa, and I'm a postdoc researcher at Aalborg University, and also a visiting fellow at the University of Cambridge Cybercrime Center. So I'm here to present Selena, which is a cyber threat intelligence platform. And the basic problem with cyber threat intelligence today is there is no accurate definition for it, to be honest. And we, being researchers in this area, have this feeling that cyber threat engineering today is an art. And most of the companies today are already hacked, or they don't know about it. And we definitely see that majority of the CTI or threat intelligence providers today do not provide context to companies in a way that they can be really useful. It's just a bunch of data that is thrown away at companies or at individuals or at celebrities or even at journalists. So also there is an increasing problem with the security staff or the cybersecurity staff at organizations, that they get overwhelmed with so much data that they see every day with respect to cybersecurity. And they're unable to keep up with this problem, and it generally causes something called as a cybersecurity fatigue or an admin fatigue. What we do here with Selena is that, because of our experience in the cybersecurity domain for a lot of years now, we try to aggregate different data sources from across the internet and the deep web. And it's not limited to just one or two sources like the other threat intelligence providers do. We have a very, very huge collection of label data, which is very important for artificial intelligence. The idea is to integrate all the data sources and provide context to an organization or an individual based on his risk exposure on the internet. It could be deepfakes. You want to know if your child is probably featured somewhere in the dark web and you really want to know about it. So you could use our platform. And you could also see and have an exposure report for your organization to determine how your organization is exposed on the web. And also we provide an API solution, which you can already integrate with your existing solution. And we also provide investigation assistance in case there is a missing person's case or a missing child's case in this way. Our target market includes a diverse area, so we have enterprise and SMEs and journalists, law enforcement in particular. So we have already worked with law enforcement in the past, where my colleague and me worked with cybercrime in University of Cambridge. And we also are academic researchers. We always believe in giving back to the community based on what we have done. And lastly, we also facilitate cybersecurity research. The status right now is that we have acquired the DTU Discovery Grant, which is a huge push for us in this. So we are able to build a web presence and set up the base infrastructure for the huge amount of data that we gather every day on a daily basis. I just showed the different areas of what the data would look like. And we are preparing or designing a UI platform design for our system. The next step, what we are asking for is that we are looking for employment for our colleagues as well, and to have more staff who can help us in the development of our system or our platform. And yeah, that's it. And thank you for listening.
I was just wondering, right now, when you're scaling your organization and there's so many bright people out here, and what competences are you looking for in your organization right now?
Basically, what we are looking at is people who have a very good background in AI and also understand cybersecurity well. Both these competencies can help us improve and develop our platform.
How are you eventually going to commercialize this?
Right. So we have the API model that you saw here, and also we have the exposure report. So these two will be probably our main product deliveries. And we have a subscription-based model planned for organizations as well as individuals who are interested in any of these two categories. We also have an idea for providing raw data sets. This is our unique feature and our power, that we have these unique data sets that we collect on a daily and on a minutely basis. And if organizations are interested in something like this, we also provide this.
Okay, thank you so much.